Good afternoon. My next lesson here is color values, detail, and we're going to do the legs a little bit on both animals, both mother and child, and work on just a few details. And so the light source, I believe, is coming from the right side. So that's where we have the shadow. That's why I have the shadow here, the back of this animal, and at her back, and at the side of her head, because the light is hitting from my right side. So when this happens, you can establish very quickly where to lighten. And see, now this is going to be too white. That's almost straight white. So I have to go back over here and put a little bit of brown in there. And see, it's too dark. So you have to test it. Test it as you go. And once you get it right, you'll know it. So I still need a little white. Titanium white. A favorite of most artists is titanium white. Okay, I think that's about right. I'm not using my photograph for reference today. I just want to work with with what I have here, and then I will get the photograph out and do some more touch-ups. But it's not that important that we be perfect. It's important to do a good job and have a painting to look appealing and for it to make sense, for it to be correct enough that it doesn't distract you from the experience that you're having with your painting. So I'm just doing the dark sides of the legs, touching it up, and then I will go back and do the sides where the sun is, the light is hitting in the front of the legs. So here we have some detail that's going to bring this baby out. I think I will be talking now a little bit about acrylics as opposed to oil. I painted for over 40 years with only oil paint. I did one acrylic and I didn't like it because it just dried so fast I couldn't blend. I was so frustrated I never tried it again. But now that I'm back into my art, and this time very seriously since we have a new gallery, I decided I wanted to get out of my comfort zone. And I've been thinking about abstract a lot over the years. So I've studied and taught myself some techniques. As far as I'm concerned, acrylics are much better for abstract. I'm using acrylics on this giraffe here because I want to dry so I can display them pretty soon. And it's working out just fine. So here we're going to scumble in a little bit of more detail, like on the knees. Little knee color there, like Mama has. This Mama has. Okay. Now I'm going to add the beige color to the lightest side of the leg. I'll come back later and I will decide exactly where the spots go according to my information that I have. I've studied several photographs of giraffes to familiarize myself with the subject. I've always liked animals, and so that's why I'm so fascinated by wildlife. I painted deer, like I said. I love horses. I've painted horses over the years. I did a bobtail cat one time, several years ago. Turned out pretty good. But I want to vary from what I'm comfortable with and challenge myself. After 50 years of painting, from my 20s to my 70s, I'm still very much excited about art. And one reason is because I continue learning and pushing myself to go forward and to not get in a rut. So that's what we're doing. We're doing wildlife and abstract. That's what I'm going to specialize in. I'll always do landscapes, of course. But I've done so many country landscapes that I'm not that interested in them anymore. But if my clients are interested, of course, I will produce. Now we have a young lady here. I suppose that's a young lady. And I don't have that information. But anyway, she's standing tall under the protective neck of her mother. And she knows she'll be taken care of. I'm going to soften the lines, scumble a little bit along, dry brush a little, and soften it, because it's drying very fast like it does. It's supposed to. After I've gotten the legs kind of, the color values in, then I can go back and put the detail in, and it will not be long that I'll be through with this. So I have painted an elephant this year, a peacock, I already sold it, a lion, now a giraffe. I wonder what's coming next. God only knows what we have in our plans. And that's all we need to know. Okay. Smooth that a little bit. I see a little correction I'll have to make over here with the background color, and right under here, get rid of this line. Still using burnt sienna and titanium white. Very limited palette. For the sky color, I use medium, cadmium medium yellow, and cadmium red light, and mix them with some white. And that's what we have. I love the sunset colors, and I've done several landscapes that way. Now here we go. There's another leg right back here, of course, but I'm not going to put much definition in that. Not right now anyway. As we're worked with this, we can see more, much more detail, and it becomes clearer. The picture does, as each thing that we do, each step that we go. It is good to challenge yourself if you're painted before. You've never tried portraits or animals, try it. Like I tell my students, it's only canvas. Yes, we have a children's class on Saturday afternoon. We have an adults class on Thursday night. We're open for classes this summer for either. According to the needs of our students. Our street has been redone. We have a new awning on our building and a new facade is going up. And as soon as we get through with that, we will have open house at 212 North Davis in Sulphur Springs. And we'll be inviting you to see our gallery and studio that I am so proud of, that I've waited for so long, for many, many years, to do what I'm doing now. Painting full time. Love it. Thank you and God bless.